Welcome to 10 Minutes. I'm Tony Scott. Joined with me, Mr. Peter Rodney.
Hi.
How you doing today?
Here, I'm super.
We're a day late, but
not
a dollar short. We got plenty of dollars.
I'm a dollar short.
Plenty
Stopped
of
at the
dollars.
vending machine on my way up.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We're going to do a little bit of different show today. We're just going to do headlines for the hockey. We're going to have a little hot take today. No boom roasted. And some favorites, some game pucks, and we'll talk about the Whitecaps trip out to the Northeast.
I like the weeks when we don't have a boom roast. It means we had a good week.
It does. It does. All right. You want to do the highlights, the headlines?
Let's hit it with a highlight.
Headlines.
The Fargo Shields Tournament, 10A, Champlain Park, Coon Rapids, 6-2 win over Orono, West Tonka.
Who picked that one?
I'm going to go with you because you're pointing at yourself.
Yep.
Subtlety is lost.
Okay. Who took
Roseau
third?
takes third. Big win over Osseo Maple Grove. And 12A's Stillwater. Who picked Stillwater?
I don't remember.
I did. Stillwater with their second tournament win over Andover in as many months, I guess.
Yeah, less than a month.
In less than a month. Nice
Andover
run
beat
for Stillwater.
Andover beat Fargo in the semis. 2-1 no T, but that was an exciting game.
Oh, yeah.
And then just across the river,
I'm going to give this one a nod to proximity. Fargo takes the Moorhead 15A tournament with a 2-1 win over St. Paul Roseville.
Red hot.
Fargo had the advantage because they're across the river.
Yeah, red hot. St.
Rested
Paul
legs.
Roseville, right? Yeah.
Rested legs.
All right, let's talk about a couple important games on the girls' hockey circuit last week. We want to go with the top one?
Got Warroad over Roseau here.
Yeah, that was Tuesday night.
That's a big one. I don't care if it's two northern teams, two small schools. Warroad tops in Class A, defeats a top 10 AA team in Roseau by a score of 3-2. You have an extra note on this one. It's written with a...
Yeah, it says, sign these girls up. That's what it says. And what I'm trying to say, and I know I've just been belaboring this Warroad thing to death, but come on. 2 Division I, best team in the world? Come on. There's got to be 3 or 4 or 5 scholarships just waiting to be handed out. If you're Bemidji State, it's not our way. Just drive up the Warroad. If you're Mankato, Mr. Miracle, John Harrington, go and give these girls scholarships. Brad Frost, probably 6 hours is probably too far.
No,
but you should give this team a look. Get out and see this team.
If you slice your arm open right now, there'd be black and gold.
Yes, there would be.
Bleeding
yes, there would
out
be.
Of your veins. Another big win. Blaine, sub 500. Blaine tops Edina 5-4.
So when you told me this pre-show, what did I say to you?
You said no. Show me the box score.
Show me the box score.
And I said, here's the box score.
And it's there. It's all there. That's right, a wow.
There. We're gonna dive a little bit deeper into that one. On Her Ice, which we'll be taping in about an hour.
Which will all be coming out when you get on Friday or today. Actually, this is Thursday.
So when you want to ignore your family, tell the kids to go in the other room, put in your earbuds, and
listen to Her Ice.
Enjoy a buffet.
Listen to Her Ice. All right, now the favorite segment. Okay, this is always fun. That's always fun. So this week it's favorite mascot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the North Stars back in the glory days. Had this guy, he was just some random guy in a jeans and a jersey. I think they just gave him a free ticket and a jersey. And he walked around, he clapped, he slapped people's hands. He had a name on the back, said he was number 8. It was Catfish. And he was slapped by with Catfish. And that's all he was. He's just a random guy.
And
if I could find that guy, no, nothing. If I could find Catfish, I would do an interview with him.
Catfish,
it would be the best.
At?
I know. So there's my.
So weird.
But
a random guy walking around.
That was my pre-show favorite. But right before we came on the air, I learned that you were a mascot at St. Bernard's High School, the Bulldog. What was it?
That was Spike.
Spike, the Bulldog at St. Bernard's.
For the football games.
That would have been a moment to see that.
That was a really sweaty suit. Incredibly warm.
Besides Spike, give me another favorite mascot of yours.
Now, as a kid, I was always a huge fan of TC Bear. I think I wanted to be TC Bear.
So you got a chance to kind of live it out.
He got to walk around with a cannon, boom, and he always had a big smile on his face. But as an adult, my favorite mascot is Gritty. hands down.
From the Flyers?
Yeah, he's a weird-looking Muppet. And my new favorite meme is a picture of Gritty and that face, and he has this little sign that says, "To me, that tweet is trash."
Yeah, that is.
So now I just send it to random people, and I don't like their ideas.
That's trash, right? All right. All right. Time for we're not going to do boom roasted, but we are going to have a hot topic today. You know, get around the fire. See a couple hot takes.
Cold outside.
So on Twitter this week, we were hit, and I actually got hit via email a couple times too, about the unfairness of the American region. It's not fair that there's 3 teams from District 2, 2 from District 3, and 3 from District 6. If you look at the teams that will likely make it to regions, there's 7 of the top 10 teams in the state are in that region. Okay? It's not fair. I will get you that. It's not fair. Okay? But there's 3 takes, so we're going to talk about each take. It's not fair. Deal with it. And fix it. You want to go first on it? It's not fair.
You know, ironically enough, these 3 levels can permeate every aspect of youth hockey. Absolutely. It's not fair. I get that it's not fair. I played in District 1 as a Pee-wee, and we had to play the #1 team in the state, Chaskatchan, as soon as we got to regions. Sometimes the way it's drawn up is not fair, and that can be tough to deal with, but you also don't solve anything by sitting there stamping your feet and plugging your ears saying it's not fair.
On the other hand, it's not fair. It works itself out. My son's team, when he was a Pee-wee AA, they got the easiest route to state you could ever imagine. They didn't make it, but you couldn't have drawn out an easier route to state. The next year at Bantam Bs, he couldn't make it out of districts because there's only 2 seeds out of District 6. So life's not fair. Sometimes you're going to get a break, sometimes you're not.
I think you're still going to survive.
Yeah, he lived. He's okay.
It's going to be fine.
His youth career was fortified with great memories. I will say that. Next one, deal with it. Kind of, we just dealt with it, right? Like, there are a lot of people out there, you'll see that on Twitter, just deal with it, you know?
Well, a lot of those people are the ones who have an advantage when it comes to going to state. It's easy to say deal with it when you're on paper your route looks fairly easy.
Or when you're Grand Rapids, up in District 12, you're the only girls team in that district at 12A. You're going to regions. Or in Pee-wee AA, there's only 8 teams in the north. Guess what? All of them are going to regions. They have to play out of districts.
Yep.
So, you're right. Deal with it is not a really good comeback.
I mean, yeah, on the other hand, saying deal with it means you're just ignoring a problem.
Correct. And the last one is fix it. Right? You get to go first on fix it. I have my pre-written out. I basically have it written up on the board here.
This is the toughest one. The vast majority of administrators, district-wide and statewide, they have other jobs. They are full-time employees other places. So you think after working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, wherever they work, they want to spend another 20 hours a week dealing with region red tape and bureaucracy? That's what it's going to take. Everybody has to sit in a room and put their heads together and think about how they want to redistrict or how they want to play with the system, tweak the system, and the reality is not everyone is going to be happy. No matter what the decision is, not everyone is going to be happy. Here,
there is a way to fix it. It's been done. They did it at the Pee-wee AA and Bantam AA level for 3 seasons. I was involved in that process. After it was taken back to the original method that they have now, when they changed it after 3 years, my take is that I just don't think that Minnesota Hockey and its board and its district directors really have an appetite for that. It's easier to do it this way, and speaking to your point, they're volunteers, it's all volunteer driven. You know, it's not as easy fixing it as it just says, hey, just change it to the way the NCAA tournament does it. It was done. It did work. It did provide for a fair playing field in the metro and the southern parts of the state. But it's not the best way, and I just don't think that the board of directors and the district directors have an appetite for it.
Let's be frank, I don't think there is a best way. There's never going to be a best way to do this.
Well, I thought the way that was done for the PBAA and Bama was pretty fair.
I mean,
everybody got in,
but
that deserved to be
best
in.
is subjective, though.
Yes, agreed.
It's the best
totally
for
agree.
some people. It's the best
Totally
for other
agree.
people. It's not the best for some people. It's
Totally agree.
a quagmire. That's what it is.
Speaking of best, some of the best women's hockey players in North America
That was an abrupt segue.
will be in Boston this weekend
In
in the East Coast. The Whitecaps will play Boston and then Connecticut.
Boston on Saturday, Connecticut on Sunday.
I believe the Whitecaps have taken care of business against Connecticut.
Business.
Can they take care of business against the Pride?
Revenge game.
What do you think? You've been kind of anti
I'm not
Whitecaps.
anti-Whitecaps.
I like the Whitecaps. You're always.
I just happen to be right when I said that Boston would beat them. And I'm going to take Boston in this one,
Again,
too.
Mr. Boston.
Plain legs.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm not buying into that. I say Whitecaps.
Plain
They're
legs.
ready. They're going to go out and they're going to take care of business on the East Coast.
That's fine.
All right, all right. Last but not least, it's the game puck segment.
We have 5
Yeah, we only got one puck in the room.
Game puck.
Go ahead.
Our game puck today goes out to all of the young ladies competing for the U18 at World Juniors, coming from the Minnesota high school ranks: Sydney Sheeran from White Bear Lake, Audrey Wethington from Blake, Skylar Vetter from Lakeville North's Boys High School Junior Varsity, Mallory Uline from Edina, and Maggie Nicholson from Minnetonka Girls. You've done a wonderful job so far. We're all pulling for you. This game puck goes out to you.
Game puck to you and to our sponsor, Map South Hockey. Let's give a shout out to them. A great training facility. I was over there the other night in Mendota Heights, and people wandering around in the training facility like, this is unbelievable. And they are. It's a very impressive facility, very impressive coaches. Had a chance to talk to Eric Rasmussen, former Mr. Hockey, NHL first round draft pick, Gopher guy, and it's a great staff of trainers over there. Check out Map South Hockey.
Agreed.
Peter, great show as usual. We'll see you guys around the rink. Have a good day.